Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's 3-1 defeat away to Northampton. Now, before we get into anything, I've got to say Northampton probably deserved the win overall. The first half was absolutely terrible by Reading. It was just god-awful. Don't get me wrong, had a couple of chances. Caelan Vickers forced a good save out of Burge. Kelvin Eheribotoman had a shot as well, but just awful from start to finish in that first half for Reading. Just absolutely despicable, and David Button has got to hang his head in shame today. Awful performance from the goalkeeper. Awful. This was something we were worried about when he joined, and don't get me wrong, for the 7 games he's played this season, he's played well. But today, god awful. FOTMob was giving him a 3.6 rating, and that's all you need to know about the mistakes that David Button made in this game. The first goal coming, I think it was Sam Hoskins with a shot, and just palmed it into the back of his own net. 37th minute, Apere scores, chests it and palms it into his own net again. And the last minute, Pinnock scores, and he tips it into his own net. And Butterfingers, Monster Munch hands, awful from David Button today. Overall though, it just wasn't good for Reading. I've got to say, when you look at the starting 11 again, let's look at that now. So you had David Button in goal, Tyler Bindon, Harley Dean, Nelson Abbey and Matty Carson across the back four. Then you had Savage and Wing in the midfield with Paul McCarew and Femi Aziz. And then you had Kelvin Eheribotoman and Caelan Vickers. I just don't think it was good enough at all by Reading today. Clinton Mola came off the bench for Matty Carson, and that man should never be putting on a Reading shirt ever again. Nelson Abbey's been put down as a 4.8 rating, but I thought he was arguably Reading's best player on the pitch. Him or Lewis Wing were the best players for Reading today, and I think Nelson Abbey, in my opinion, had a good game, really. Lewis Wing was decent in the middle of the park, don't get me wrong, but how Femi Aziz starts in this team every single week just completely baffles me. I do not understand how he gets a starting spot every single time, and because his final product is so poor. So poor. Reading had the opportunity to make it 2-2 really late on, and it was so bad by Femi Aziz. The cross has come in. It's a simple finish for a striker, and he's fluffed it completely. Maybe he's got too excited. I don't know what he's done, but awful from Femi Aziz. Just took some notes during the game as well. I think Apere should have made it 2-0 really before he made it 2-0. He had a free header from a free kick. Nelson Abbey arguably should have gave away a penalty as well. I think Apere came in, but I think he dived just before Abbey kicked out, and he didn't kick out at him, but went to kick the ball. So I think that kind of saved Nelson Abbey a little bit there. Lewis Wing with a class pass played Tyler Bindon through. Played a good cross in from the right-hand side. No one got on the end of it. Keeper made a great save again from Caelan Vickers in the 36th minute. They go straight down the other end, and David Button messes it up again. Arguably, they could have said that there was a foul on Matty Carson, I think, from the Northampton player, but he just got out-muscled realistically. And yeah, Reading went 2-0 down going into the break. 2 mistakes from David Button. That's 2. And obviously the third for the third goal. Half-time weren't good enough. Femi Aziz, again, just not in the game at all. I don't know what he's got on Ruben Celes. I don't know what he's got, but how he gets a starting position every single week, I don't understand. The 62nd minute, Ballard has to shoot. He has to shoot. Eheribotoman does some great work down the right-hand side. Plays the ball in, and Ballard just can't get it out of his feet, and there was a good tackle by the Northampton player. Big blunder as well for our goal by Burge for Reading's goal. Harvey Nibbs, a ball comes over the top. Harvey Nibbs kind of controls it. Burge thinks he can come out and get it, but he can't. He plays it back, and Don Ballard trickles one into the back of the net. Then obviously Femi Aziz had his chance. I don't know how he's missed it, to be honest. He hasn't even got it on target. That's what makes it even worse. He then went through on goal late on, and I think it was about the 87th minute. I think he was fouled. That's the Reading bias in me coming out and saying I think he was fouled. I think it should have been a red card for the Northampton man, but he hasn't been. Nothing's been given at all. So that the bias in me is going to say I think that it should have been a foul realistically, but whether it was, I'm not sure. Andy Yeardom's then been sent off, and for your club captain to be sent off the bench, no, shouldn't be happening at all. Reading are in free fall right now, and it's so sad to see. So sad, because nothing is going right at the club right now. There's 17 games now without a win away from home and 2 draws in that process. 2 points out of what? A possible 51? Is it 51 points? And we've picked up 2 points in that time away from home. That is awful travels. And the fact that Reading keep selling out away ends is a disgrace to them players on the pitch. It's not. Them players on the pitch are a disgrace, should I say? I don't understand how this club gets so much support from the fans, considering the position we're in. Everyone that went today, a big fair play. I think over 1,000 Reading fans went, but it just wasn't Reading's day at all. I mean, Northampton had 12 shots, 5 on target, 2 big chances missed as well. When you look at David Button's performance, I just can't forgive. I honestly can't forgive. Absolutely awful. When you click into his profile on FotMob, like, errors leading to goals too, but realistically it was 3. If we're being completely honest, it was 3. 2 saves out of 5. Just an awful performance by David Button. Nothing to take away from Northampton, don't get me wrong. I thought John Guthrie was fantastic in that first half, and just arguably before he came off as well. Sam Hoskins again ran the show. I spoke about, when I did my predictions video, I think I said it would either be Northampton or Carlisle that take that last spot going down. And Sam Hoskins will be big for Northampton again this year, and just man of the match performance again by him today. And look, realistically, there's not really much else I can say. Reading were awful, and something needs to change quick. Ruben Celes, stubborn tactics, sticking with the 4-2-2-2, despite Reading getting overran in that midfield, decided to continue with the formation after half-time. Stubborn tactics, and something needs to change quick, because time, in my opinion, might be running out for Ruben Celes. He's only 10 games into the season, but that was not good, and he needs to learn to change his formation, because today was not it. Poor performance. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll come back with a Leyton Orient preview in midweek, another away game, and I hate to tell you all, but I will be there, so expect another loss. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.